Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Lilly Loves Tarot. I do appreciate you. Today, we are going to take a deep dive into Leo love messages. But first, I want to thank everyone for supporting Lilly Loves Tarot. For those of you who have been with me from the beginning, and for all of the new viewers, thank you. Your support has been greatly appreciated, and it always has gone noticed. But to continue with this channel, we still need your ongoing support. So please hit that subscribe button. We really want to stay here. So we need you to subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. We want to continue to stay here. It takes a lot of effort and energy to keep doing these videos. We don't ask you to go to another platform here on YouTube. We do these videos and they are free. So please, we ask you, we want to stay here. We want to keep giving you great content. So all we are asking for you to do is to hit that subscribe button so that we can get these messages out. All right, my lovelies, please show the love. Please continue to watch the videos. We have over 300 videos, and we are sure that you will find a message there. So, my lovelies, without further ado, we will continue living, loving, and learning on this channel. We are about healing here for the collective. So, let's delve in and let's begin. Spirit, please show me the common energies and movements for the zodiac sign of Leo. Spirit, what are your love messages for my lovely Leos? Spirit, what are your love messages for Leo? Please show me the current energies and movements for Leo in love. Spirit, what are your current energies and movements for Leo in love? What does Leo in love need to know? Please show me. Spirit, what does Leo in love need to know? Spirit, what are all of your love messages for the zodiac sign of Leo? Please show me. Leo in love. Please show me the current energies and movements for the zodiac sign of Leo. Spirit, what are your love messages for the sign of Leo? Please show me all of your love messages for the sign of Leo. What does Leo need to know? Spirit, please show me all of your love messages for the sign of Leo. Spirit, what are your love messages for the sign of Leo? Show me the current energies and movements for the sign of Leo. All right, Leo. Let's take a look at your love messages. What do you need to know? All right, let's get some additional love messages for Leo. Spirit, what additional love messages do you have for the sign of Leo? Spirit, what additional love messages do you have for the sign of Leo? Spirit, what additional love messages do you have for the sign of Leo? What does Leo in love need to know? Okay, your cards are jumping all over the place here. Spirit, what additional love messages do you have for the sign of Leo? Spirit, what additional love messages do you have for the sign of Leo? What additional love messages do you have for the sign of Leo? All right, let's take a look here. All right, Leo. I feel like whoever this is for, it's very direct. So you will know if this is hitting or not. And I've consistently said in the readings, do not try to make a message hit if it is not for you, because we're all on a different journey. You will know if this message is yours or not, okay? But whoever this message is for, I feel like this is about a breakup, okay? Because we have the Three of Swords here. So this is for those of you who are going through a breakup. So if you are not going through a breakup, Leo, this isn't for you. Okay? The Three of Swords is here. So you are not with your person. So we have the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. So you are at a distance from the person that I feel is on your mind. And the energy that I am pulling is that for a lot of you, I feel like this was a relationship that was something of convenience. Okay? I'm not even pulling the Two of Cups here. So I really don't feel that this was a relationship where you were in love with this person. I feel like it was something about time and space. You could have just been attracted to this person. They could have been attracted to you. It could have been about status. It could have been about finances. But the energy that I am getting is that it was really about something, we came together for the wrong reasons. But I don't feel like love had anything to do with it. Because the theme that I'm pulling is, what's love got to do with it? And the answer is absolutely nothing. Because I don't have any cups in this reading. I don't have any cups in this reading. So I do not feel that you are emotionally attached to this person. You were with this person. You could have been with this person for quite some time, actually. Okay? But you were with them. Okay? You were with them. You could have been living with them. But you didn't love them. If that makes any sense. You were with them. But you didn't love them. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. Okay? So I want to clarify some of the energies. So we're going to clarify the Six of Wands. And like I stated, you could have been attracted to them. They could have been physically attracted to you. But I feel like that's where it began and that's where it ended. Okay? A lot of fire here. Okay? A lot of fire energy here. I feel that you were with them, but you were still desiring other people. You kept your options open, even though you were with them, okay? And even though you were attracted to them, you got the Nine of Cups here. So I feel like with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands energy, the wish really wasn't fulfilled. So I feel like they were a placeholder for you. Okay, so for a lot of you, don't get mad at me. I'm the messenger, and I'm just pulling what the energy is showing. Okay, it is what it is. I don't manipulate readings. I'm pulling it straight. I don't feel like this person was the one. And you knew it, but you stayed. And like I said previously, you stayed in it for the wrong reasons. Spirit, clarify the Six of Wands. I feel like this was more about status. And you were putting on a show. You were putting on a show, and they were putting on a show. But there was no emotional connection between you and this person. I feel like there was more some kind of codependency thing going on between you and them. Spirit, clarify the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Six of Wands is being clarified by the Six of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. You were juggling. You were juggling. You were not committed. I just said that. You were not committed to this person. This was about infatuation. Underneath the deck is the Ace of Cups. You were not committed. And I feel like, yeah, in this connection, you were kind of defensive. You could have been involved with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like for a lot of you, you could have spent years with this person. For some of you, you could have been in this relationship for years. Okay? But there was a lot of conflict here. Because I feel that this person, Leo, whoever you were with, wanted more. They wanted more than you were willing to give. They could have wanted marriage with you, but you were always riding the fence. I feel like you had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And you knew you did not want to marry this person. Yeah, we have the devil here and the moon. There were secrets here. There were secrets. Why? The Four of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, because you wanted to maintain your independence. You wanted to keep your options open. So I feel like for a lot of you, you were in some kind of relationship or situationship, but you were still keeping your availability sign up. And don't tell me that you weren't. Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here? Your energy, Leo, is showing that of a player. I feel like this connection happened very quickly. You could have swept this person off of their feet. You told them everything they wanted to hear. And they bought it hook, line, and sinker. But pages don't commit. Promises were made. And your energy is that of the magician. And what does the magician do? Create illusions. And with the Eight of Cups, you walked away from this connection and you defended your position. And with the Five of Cups, there was loss here. Whoever you are dealing with, Leo, they put a lot of work into this relationship. They put a lot of years into this relationship, but you were always sitting on the fence. You were juggling them, and your energy is also the Knight of Swords because you didn't stick around. You ran. Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords. Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords. Because you didn't want to build with them. This was not your Ten of Cups. You took action and you left. For some of you, I feel like you moved. I keep pulling the energy is you ran away. Spirit, clarify the Three of Swords. Some of you could have left the state, but I'm pulling the energy you ran away from them. You ran from the relationship. Yeah, you got the Ten of Swords here and the Page of Rods. All right. So there was an ending here. There was a betrayal. You left this person out in the cold because it looks like the Ace of Swords hit this connection. There was some kind of clarity that came out. You are in separation from this person with the Four of Swords. Justice is here with the Ten of Cups. This was about a relationship. You could have been living with this person. There was conflict here. Again, we have the juggling card with the Two of Pentacles. There was no consistency in this connection. Somebody was, I'm pulling the Queen of Pentacles again. I feel like you were dealing with somebody that had Earth in their placement here. Yeah, the Eight of Cups is showing again. Somebody feels betrayed, Leo. Somebody feels betrayed. Now, the energies could be vice versa. There was an ending here, and somebody feels betrayed. So either you betrayed somebody or they betrayed you. So take it however it resonates. But there was a betrayal. And with the World here, a cycle ended between you and someone that you were with. For some of you, there could have been an argument, okay, that pursued between you and this person, this Earth sign, or whoever this was that had Earth in their placements. Because I feel like there could have been an accusation of cheating. All right, where you defended yourself. Now, like I said, I'm pulling, this is an energy that I'm pulling. For some of you, you could have been accused of cheating. Okay, so let's clarify the Page of Swords. Spirit, why is the Page of Swords here? Because I'm pulling a couple of energies here. Spirit, clarify the Page of Swords. Somebody here got left out in the cold. But there was a betrayal. Spirit, clarify the Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here? Clarify the Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords is being clarified by the Page of Swords, the World, the Wheel of Fortune. The energy definitely changed. Yeah, somebody abruptly left. Yeah, somebody was, I feel like, got accused of cheating. Okay, Somebody got accused of cheating. The Three of Swords. Yeah, they got accused of cheating. So you know who you are. Or there was an accusation that was presented. Two of Swords is underneath the deck, and the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands. And I feel like this was the last straw. All right. Okay. Somebody I feel like got accused of cheating. So I want to clarify the Eight of Cups. There was some kind of accusation that was thrown out, okay, in conversation. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Spirit, clarify the Eight of Cups. This is one message that I'm getting. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Okay, there was definitely arguments and conflicts here between you and this person with the Five of Wands. Okay, there's another person here. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups. The Seven of Swords. All right. There's a couple of issues here that I'm pulling here. Okay, Leo. One is some of you, I feel, could have been dealing with an ex. Okay? That's one message that I'm getting. You could have been caught messaging an ex or dealing with people online. That's one. An ex dealing with people online. You could have been caught messaging an ex and or messaging people online. The other is you still have feelings for an ex. Somebody that you never got over. Okay? You're still holding a candle for an ex. Okay? And you rushed into a relationship with this earth sign. And that's why you have not been able to attach to this person. Regardless, there was some kind of betrayal. And this person that you were living with came to the conclusion that you never loved them. And they decided to hit the exit. Either you left them, they left you, or the two of you decided to part ways. But the person that you were with, they feel betrayed. With the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, they feel that you betrayed them. And they are trying to now rebuild their lives. And so are you. And for a lot of you, you regret getting involved with this person. And you feel like you made a bad decision. I'm also pulling for whoever this message is for. This is another message. I feel like there was a water sign that was in your life. This is another message that I'm pulling here. You could have been involved with a water sign at some point that you broke up with, and that you still have love for. You could have walked away from this person, broke up with this person, or they could have broke up with you. However, whatever went down, you still love this person. Maybe you tried to get over this person, but the feelings are still there. The feelings are still there. And you want to love again. And I feel like you have trust issues. And now you're trying to rebuild your life. You do want to love again. So, Leo, I feel that for a lot of you, you could feel like you wasted time in this relationship. You feel like this was a bad decision. You have a lot of regret. For some of you, you have guilt about choosing this person. For some of you, you could have gotten into this connection trying to get over somebody else, and it didn't work. You maybe tried to replace this person with somebody else, and it didn't work. Okay? But I feel like you learned a deep lesson. It's now time for you to heal. Whoever you were involved with, it's time for them to heal. And now you both can move on and try to rebuild. Because love will abound. And it taught both of you lessons. If it starts in a lie, it ends in a lie. If it starts in a lie, it ends in a lie. Real love is about reciprocity. Real love is about reciprocity. It's about honor. It's about truth. It's about integrity. So I do feel, Leo, you will get the love that you seek, but you have to be honest with yourself. You cannot get what you want until you are first honest with yourself. So, my lovelies, please use your spirit of discernment. Continue living, loving, and learning. And as always, blessings to all of you, and take care.